Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, True Wellness Hub. Have you noticed your legs feeling weaker than they used to? Maybe climbing stairs feels harder, standing for long periods is uncomfortable, or your knees start complaining after just a short walk. The truth is, after the age of 50, our leg muscles can lose strength faster than we realize. But here's the good news. You don't need intense workouts or even standing exercises to rebuild strong, stable legs. In fact, some of the safest and most effective exercises can be done while sitting comfortably in a chair. Many people believe that if they can't do traditional workouts like squats, lunges, or jogging, their legs will only keep getting weaker. But science tells us something different. Our muscles respond to movement at any age. Even gentle movements performed while seated can stimulate muscle fibers, improve circulation, support the joints, and help protect the knees from pain and stiffness. As we get older, the muscles around the knees, hips, and thighs play an incredibly important role in daily life. These muscles help us stand up from a chair, walk safely, maintain balance, and prevent falls. When these muscles weaken, the knees often take on extra stress, which can lead to discomfort, instability, or even injury. That's why seated exercises are so powerful. They allow you to strengthen the legs without putting pressure on sensitive joints. They improve mobility, increase blood flow, and gradually rebuild the muscles that support the knees. The best part is that you can do them almost anywhere. In your living room, in front of the television, or even during a short break during the day. Today, we're going to walk through 5 of the best chair leg exercises for people over 50. These movements are simple, gentle, and safe for most people, even if you haven't exercised in years. They require no special equipment, no gym membership, and absolutely no standing. Before we begin, sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. Make sure the chair doesn't roll or slide. Keep your movement slow and controlled, and remember that gentle movement is far more important than speed. Let's start with the first exercise, which may look simple, but it's one of the most effective ways to strengthen the muscles that protect your knees. Slowly extend one leg forward until it is almost straight. Try to keep your thigh resting on the chair while your lower leg lifts upward. Hold the position for a moment, then slowly lower the leg back down. This movement is called a seated leg extension. Specifically targets the quadriceps, the large muscles at the front of your thighs. These muscles act like natural shock absorbers for the knees. When they are strong, they help stabilize the knee joint and reduce strain during walking, standing, and climbing stairs. Many people over 50 experience knee discomfort, not because the knee itself is damaged, but because the surrounding muscles have weakened over time. When the quadriceps become weak, the knee joint loses some of its support, which can make everyday activities feel harder. By gently strengthening these muscles through seated leg extensions, you begin rebuilding that protective support system around the knee. Try lifting your leg slowly, holding it for about 2 seconds at the top, and then lowering it just as slowly. The slower you move, the more the muscles engage. Aim for about 10 repetitions on one leg, then switch to the other. At first, this exercise might feel surprisingly challenging, and that's completely normal. Even small movements can activate muscles that may not have been used regularly. Over time, as your muscles adapt, you may notice that standing up from a chair feels easier and your knees feel more stable. Another important benefit of this exercise is improved circulation. When we sit for long periods, blood flow in the legs can slow down. Gentle leg movements help pump blood back toward the heart, which supports overall vascular health. Once you feel comfortable with the basic movement, you can make it slightly more effective by tightening the muscles in your thigh when your leg is fully extended. Imagine gently squeezing the muscle for a moment before lowering your leg again. This small adjustment can significantly increase muscle activation without adding stress to the joints. Now let's move to the second exercise, which focuses on an area of the legs that often gets overlooked, but plays a major role in balance and stability. Keep both feet flat on the floor and slowly lift your heels while keeping your toes on the ground. Hold the raised position for a moment, then gently lower your heels back down. This movement is known as a seated heel raise. It strengthens the calf muscles at the back of the lower legs. The calves are incredibly important for walking, balance, and circulation. They act as a pump that helps push blood back up the legs toward the heart. When these muscles weaken, people may experience swelling in the lower legs or feel less stable while walking. Strong calf muscles also help absorb shock when the foot hits the ground. This reduces the impact that travels upward into the knees and hips. Lift your heels slowly and try to feel the calf muscles working. Hold the top position for 2 seconds before lowering back down. Aim for about 15 repetitions. Many people are surprised at how much this simple movement can improve leg endurance and stability. Over time, stronger calves can help make walking feel smoother and less tiring. If you want to increase the challenge slightly, you can hold the raised position a little longer, perhaps 3 or 4 seconds, before lowering your heels again. Now take a short breath and relax your legs for a moment. In the next exercise, we'll target the hip muscles, which are essential for balance, posture, and protecting the knees during movement. Weak hips can cause the knees to move out of alignment, which may lead to discomfort or instability. Fortunately, this next seated movement is one of the safest ways to gently strengthen those important muscles without putting pressure on the joints. Now let's continue with the next movement, which focuses on strengthening the hips and outer thighs. Two areas that quietly play a huge role in protecting the knees and maintaining balance as we age. Sit comfortably in your chair with your back straight and both feet flat on the floor. Now slowly lift one leg slightly and move it outward to the side. The movement doesn't need to be big. Even a few inches is enough. Hold the leg out for a moment, then gently bring it back to the starting position. This simple movement is called the seated side leg raise. While it may look easy, it activates the muscles along the outer hip and thigh. These muscles are incredibly important because they help keep your knees properly aligned when you walk, climb stairs, or stand up from a chair. When these muscles become weak, the knees can start to drift inward during movement. Over time, this misalignment can place extra pressure on the knee joints and increase the risk of pain or injury. Strengthening the hip muscles helps keep the legs moving in a stable, controlled pattern. It also improves balance, which becomes more important with each passing decade. Try lifting your legs slowly to the side, holding it for 2 seconds, and then lowering it back down with control. Aim for about 10 repetitions on one side before switching to the other. You might notice a gentle burning sensation in the outer thigh after a few repetitions. That's a good sign. It means those muscles are waking up and starting to work again. If the movement feels too easy, you can increase the challenge by holding the leg out to the side for 3 or 4 seconds before bringing it back. If it feels difficult, simply lift the leg a little less. Remember, the goal is slow, controlled movement, not large motions. Take a few seconds to relax your legs again. Now, we're going to move into the fourth exercise, which helps improve circulation, mobility, and coordination in the lower legs. This one is especially helpful for people who spend long periods sitting during the day. Sit tall in your chair and extend one leg slightly forward so your heel is resting lightly on the floor. Now slowly rotate your foot in a circular motion, making a small circle with your toes. Move slowly and smoothly, as if you're drawing a circle in the air with your foot. This movement is known as ankle circles. The ankle joint is often overlooked in exercise routines, but it plays a critical role in stability and balance. Healthy ankle mobility helps the body adjust to uneven surfaces and prevents trips or falls. Ankle circles also help strengthen the small stabilizing muscles around the joint, which improves overall control of the lower leg. Another important benefit of this exercise is circulation. Gentle ankle movement encourages blood flow through the lower legs and feet, which can help reduce stiffness and swelling. Try making about 10 slow circles in one direction, then reverse the direction for another 10 circles. After finishing one leg, switch to the other. The key here is smooth, controlled motion. Avoid rushing the movement. Think of it as gently lubricating the joint, helping it stay flexible and healthy. You may notice that one ankle feels tighter than the other. It's completely normal. With regular practice, mobility usually improves over time. Take another brief moment to relax your legs. Now we're going to move to the fifth and final exercise, which brings together several important muscles in the legs and hips. This movement helps strengthen the muscles that allow you to lift your legs during walking and maintain coordination. Sit comfortably with both feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift one knee upward, toward your chest, keeping your back straight. Lift only as high as feels comfortable, then gently lower the foot back to the floor. This movement is called a seated knee lift. It strengthens the hip flexors and upper thigh muscles that play a big role in walking and climbing stairs. As we age, these muscles can weaken, which may cause people to shuffle their feet or take shorter steps. Strengthening them helps improve walking ability and reduces the risk of tripping. Lift your knees slowly, pause for a moment at the top, and then lower it back down with control. Aim for about 10 repetitions on one side before switching to the other. Focus on keeping your core slightly engaged and your posture upright. This not only helps the exercise work better, but also supports spinal health. You might notice your thigh muscles working harder with each repetition. That is a good sign that the muscles responsible for lifting the leg are becoming more active again. What makes this exercise especially helpful is that it mimics a natural walking motion. Practicing this movement helps train the muscles and nerves involved in lifting the leg during everyday activities. Over time, this can lead to smoother walking and improved coordination. At this point, you've completed all 5 of the seated exercises. Even though the movements are gentle, they target the key muscle groups that help support the knees, stabilize the hips, and improve lower body strength. Many people underestimate how powerful simple movements can be. But when practiced consistently, even a short routine like this can lead to noticeable improvements in strength, balance, and confidence. By taking just a few minutes each day to perform these 5 seated leg exercises, you're giving your knees, hips, and legs the support they need to stay strong and healthy well into your later years. You don't need heavy weights, complicated machines, or even standing exercises to make a difference. Gentle, consistent movements like these can improve muscle strength, increase circulation, and enhance balance, all of which help you move more comfortably and confidently every day. Remember, the goal isn't to push yourself to exhaustion. It's about mindful, controlled movement that wakes up your muscles and protects your joints. Over time, you'll likely notice that standing from a chair feels easier, walking is smoother, and your knees feel more stable. Try to incorporate these exercises into your daily routine, perhaps while watching TV, during a morning break, or even at your dining table. Consistency is key, and small, steady efforts often produce the most lasting results. Always listen to your body. If any movement causes pain, stop and adjust, and consult a healthcare professional if you have existing knee or hip conditions. With patience and regular practice, these simple seated exercises can help you maintain independence, mobility, and confidence in your legs for years to come. Now take a deep breath, stand up slowly if you can, and feel the difference that just a few minutes of mindful movement can make. Your knees and your future self will thank you.